It is a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're live on Urban TV, and we're back with the University Guild debate. Yes, there are universities that are still choosing who their guild presidents will be, and of course, after they've chosen them, there will be the matter of swearing in. But for tonight, we do have two gentlemen from Kampala University. It is a 17-year-old university, somewhere not too far from Resort Munyonyo. Those of you who are watching internationally, by the way, thank you for joining us. I know quite a number of you are watching us. So we're going to be debating, we're going to be trying to test whether the two gentlemen here understand that there is a process by which you move from premises to conclusions. Those matters are key matters, and they will be arguing in terms of their plans and direction as far as their 9 to 10 months of their tenure as president of Kampala International University, and that's the guild, is concerned. And I do have the pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome you aboard this ship, and as well also to introduce to you the candidates for the evening. My name, by the way, Samson Kasumba. That's not a huge matter. It is not my night, it is their night. And the two candidates here, Mr. Tenywa Hussein Nyaika, Mr. Tenywa Hussein Nyaika, and Mr. Abdul Malik Muhammad. Those are the two candidates. Now let's just get into the profiles of the candidates in terms of further introductions. Let's just begin with, who is Mr. Tenywa Hussein Nyaika? Who is he? And we'll get to that. Now, Mr. Nyaika is a Bachelor of Mass Communication second-year student, so you want to think that he does do well as far as mass communication is concerned. That we will find out in a moment. But in terms of slogans, he says, if I win, you win. Is he telling the truth, or is he just sloganeering? We'll find that out in a moment. But for now, there's no doubt that that's Mr. Tenywa Hussein Nyaika. And certainly we'll get into the guy that he is contesting against him, and that is Mr. Abdul Malik Muhammad. Mr. Abdul Malik Muhammad is a Bachelor of Computer Science and Information Technology second-year student. Will that help him to save the night? Waits to be seen. But in terms of slogan, he does have a very long slogan, that is for sure. An epitome of change and effective equality, representation, and accountability, first amongst the equal. Will he be equal to the night? We will find out in a moment. Of course, we did take some profiles from these candidates, and that is the candidates speaking about themselves. And that's what we are going to get into. Let's get into the profiles of the candidates in terms of what they think about themselves. From that, we'll get into the campaign highlights. And I'll be coming back to let you how the matters will be moving. For now, let's get into the profiles of the candidates. Shall we in a moment?
My name is Abdul Malik Muhammad, a student of Kampala University, pursuing a Bachelor in Computer Science and Information Technology, aspiring as a Guild President 2016-2017. I went to Federal Government College for my primary school in Nigeria. I went to Nasarawa Upper Basic for my junior secondary school. I went to Abdullahi Memorial Senior Secondary School for my senior secondary school. And I went to Olabisi Onabanjo University in Nigeria for my remedial studies. I went to Professor Iya Abubakar Community Resource Center for my diploma. And now I'm studying at Kampala University. I'm aspiring as a guild president. Give me the mandate. I am an epitome of change for an effective equality, representation, and accountability.
My name is Tenywa Hussein Nyaika, a student of Kampala University, pursuing a bachelor degree in mass communication, standing as the guild president 2016-2017. I went to Wangobo Primary School for my primary, located in Bugiri district, and I went to Agape Secondary School, located in Namutumba district, for my O-level. I went to Iganga Progressive Secondary School, located within Iganga district. Now I'm here at Kampala University, standing as a guild president 2016-2017. So, ladies and gentlemen, give me your mandate.
Fantastic. We're live here at Urban TV, and it is the Guild Debate, and we're debating two guys, or facilitating a debate between Mr. Tenywa and Mr. Abdul Malik. And let's get to Kasmel. Kasmel, what is in the live audience? Are they muted? Are they excited? Give us a feel of what is happening in the live audience. Kasmel.
Welcome to everybody who's catching this Guild Debate of Kampala University. And before I even talk about my live audience, allow me to welcome back all students of Kampala University from their recently concluded Culture Gala. It ended, that is yesterday, right? Yesterday. And of course, here with my live audience, we're having some incredible time. We just can't wait for the debate to begin. But let me share with them a little bit. Who's winning the debate between the two gentlemen? All right, we're about to find out. Back to you, Samson. Let's find out from the candidates.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Kasmel. There seems to be quite a bit of excitement. And we'll go back to the two candidates here, Mr. Tenywa and Mr. Mohammed. I'll begin with you, Mr. Tenywa, here. And I'd like to be very generous with you in terms of first of all, let me just ask you in a minute, before we get even to your plan for the university in a minute. When we talk about student leadership in a minute, what comes to your mind?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks to the moderator tonight. Actually, automatically what comes to my mind if you talk about student leadership, we need to get a leader who is supposed to lead students, and we need to get a leader who is supposed there to work as a lead between the students and administrators. That's what I think about.
Okay, fantastic. Let's get over to Mr. Mohammed. Mr. Mohammed, when we speak about student leadership, what comes to your mind? You have a full minute, 60 seconds.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator Samson. To me, what comes to my mind first is that this is the best way to help the student, to help the people, to make people doing better at the right time and in the right moment. And secondly, to me, this is the best way how you are going to assist the university administration in making something to be standard when it comes to the issue of quality assurance in academics. And the last, to me, it is the best way you are going to be the best epitome of change in effective equality, representation, and accountability.
Okay, fantastic. And furthermore, I think I'll still give you another minute, and which I'll do here as well. In your opinion, about 2-3 sentences, what makes the key difference between a good student leader and a bad one?
Thank you very much. First of all, when you look at the issue of dressing code, dressing really matters. The way you are dressed is the way how you will be addressed.
Okay.
So when you look at the issue of dressing,
that's the key difference between a good student leader and a bad one.
That's number one.
Okay.
And number two, when you go to issue of academic excellence and academic background, it portrays a good image as a leader in the student fraternity.
And thirdly?
And third, when it comes to issue of student administration, it gives a maximum priority by a good leader in leading students in doing what is better and what is not good for them to do.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me just get back to him, to Mr. Tenywa. Mr. Tenywa, what makes the distinction between, in your opinion, between a good student leader and a bad one? Where's the fine line?
Yeah, thanks to the moderator. For me, a good student leader, I can tell you that this is a leader who is supposed to work within the boundaries between the administrator and the students.
Where are those boundaries, in your opinion?
In those boundaries, in my opinion, you must not be biased, or you must not work. You must work equally, and at least you can transfer the information from this side, from the students, and take to the administrators and dialogue with them about students' issues.
Let me take you on the issue. Let me take you on the issue of bias. Do you think there is any student leader who is not biased, or who must not be biased, at least biased towards the students?
Yeah, actually, a student leader, in fact, you must not be biased towards student issues.
You must be biased towards what then?
sometimes when you see that there are situations which are going to happen that are going to affect the students, a student leader who is going to lead the students, you need to talk to the administrators, persuade them seriously so that they can accept students.
Isn't that being biased against the administration but for the students? Is that being biased?
Yeah.
Isn't that being biased against the administration but on the side of the students? Isn't that bias?
No, according to the student.
Is bias bad, in your opinion?
Yeah, it's really bad.
Or you think so?
No, it's very bad.
Very bad.
Yeah.
So you're not biased?
I can't do biased.
Okay.
I cannot be biased.
Let's on the issue of bias, let's hear from Mr. Mohammed. Mr. Mohammed, do you also agree with Mr. Tenyo that bias is a bad thing?
Yeah, I do. I agree with him.
What is wrong with a student leader being biased against the administration but on the side of the students? What's wrong with that sort of bias?
Yeah.
Because I think the students expect you to be biased on their side against the administration. Do you have a problem with that?
Thank you very much. To me, when you talk about issue of being biased, first it has to do with issue of greediness and selfishness.
So you also find bias wrong?
Yeah, I do.
I find that interesting.
And second, when you look about issue of being biased by a leader is when a leader takes side, that is in issue of leadership representation.
But your students' leader, why shouldn't you take the side of the students?
Yeah, you do.
Are you an administration leader?
Yeah, student leaders sometimes, you know, irrespective of different association, nationality, tribe, race, which they belong to. So sometimes they used to be biased by supporting one side where they come from.
So you are not going to take the side of the students?
I will never. That is why you heard from my
I beg your pardon? Did you just say you will never take the side of the students? And you want to be a student's leader?
I will never be biased as a student leader.
But will you take the side of the students?
I will take all their responsibilities from the student coordinators.
Because your students, those students that you're going to lead and are going to vote for you want to know here on live TV, on whose side will you be? The student side or the administration side? Because you cannot say you're going to be in the middle, Mr. Mohammed.
Thank you very much. To me, I'm going to be to the student side because I'm the student leader who will take the voice of the student to the administration to defend it, protect their ideological interest.
Okay, at least you have a side. Let's hear from Mr. Tenyo here. Mr. Tenyo, do we also hear from you that you are going to be biased against the administration in the sense that you will take the side of the students always on all the issues?
Yeah, thanks the moderator. For me, what I can tell you, a student leader, you are supposed to serve students, and you are supposed to raise the concerns of students to the administrators. And you must work very hard to see that at least you persuade the administrators to listen to the students' problems.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there, and finally on this issue of leadership, are there cases when the student's leader must side with the administration against the students, in your opinion?
Beg your pardon, sir?
Are there cases when a student's leader must side with the administration against the students? Are there cases or never?
According to my understanding,
or your plan?
My plan, I don't think that the administration, because whatever they are doing, they must plan it for us. I don't see the reason why they should do things when they are biased.
No, you didn't get my question. Let me come back again.
Yeah.
I'm asking a philosophical question, a conceptual question.
Yes, sir.
Are there cases
Yeah.
when a student leader must take the side of the administration against the students, or is that never always going to be the case?
According to me, was saying, it will never happen in my regime.
So the students are always right,
The student are always right.
even when they are on strike?
No.
You are changing.
On the
you are
strike.
changing. You're changing because I asked and you said never. Now you're shifting goalposts. Are you a leader who shifts goalposts depending on what suits you?
What I'm trying to mean, in my regime, there is nothing which is going to happen like a strike because I must serve students according to their needs.
So you don't believe in strike?
I don't believe in strike, and it will never happen because according to the history of Kampala University, we have never experienced any strike.
Okay.
And even for me, I must maintain that to be a good leader.
Let me hear from Mr. Mohammed. Let's go back to Mr. Mohammed. Mr. Mohammed, the question I just put to your colleague here is the same question I put back to you. And I want to hear from you. Are there cases when you as president will take the side of the administration against the students, or you will always be on the side of the students whether they are right or wrong?
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator Sampson. To me, there is some kind of condition which I have to support the administration than the student body.
Conditions like?
Like indisciplinary behaviors. When a student did something which is wrong, violating the Kampala University student constitution, I have to support the administration.
Okay, so you are on record that on disciplinary matters, when students, in your opinion, and the administration's opinion have misbehaved, you will take the side of the administration, right?
Yes. And second, when it comes to the issue of fundamental right and humanitarian right, when it has to do with quality assurance in academics, something like that. So when students talk about something like that, I will do support them on the administration.
Okay. And let's go back to you. Now that the issue of discipline has been brought about, Mr. Tenywa, even when there is indiscipline, students have come back to the campus drunk. We know that you have a Muslim background in the university. You still side with the students?
No.
Is that a new position?
What I can tell you, for me, Hussein, I'm standing as a leader and I have all the experience of handling students and counseling them on what they're supposed to do.
But Mr. Tenywa, leaders must have positions.
Well,
And those positions must be clear.
so what I mean, when I say that no, I try to mean, for me, I must work very hard to see that I can bring students in the line, advise them on what they're supposed to do and what they're supposed to know, and even things they must leave out.
So in cases where they are indisciplined, will you side with them or with the administration?
The cases of undiscipline,
Will you side with the students or the administration?
it depends on the discipline. It depends, because at times, what brings indiscipline is because of poor leadership. Most of the cases. But if you have a leadership which is very right and you can talk to the student, counsel them here and there, nothing can happen like, there's something can happen, nothing can happen like indiscipline in the institution.
Okay.
Nothing.
So you think that whenever there is indiscipline, the leadership is poor?
Really.
Does that suggest that with your leadership, there will never be indiscipline?
There will never be indiscipline.
Do you work on a world that is broken like the rest of us?
Really, according to the experience I have in leadership, I need to work upon this very fast. And I must set up even some students who are going to counsel students on how to behave in society. This is what I'm planning, so that I can reduce that out.
Okay, fantastic. We are live on Urban TV, and I'm debating here on matters to do with the administration of the Guild Cabinet of 2016-2017, and the two candidates are Mr. Tenywa and Mr. Mohammed. Mr. Tenywa Hussein and Mr. Abdul Malik. Let's get to you, because back again here on these matters. This is a faith-based university, is it? It is a faith. Look, take it back.
Yes.
This is a faith-based university.
Yes, automatically.
Do you think that can a Christian student run as guild president?
There's no problem with that.
There's no problem with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so they can run.
They can run even.
It's just a coincidence that we have Mohammed and Hussein, right?
Yeah, actually, recently, even the guild president, the current guild president is a Christian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. That is good. Now let's hear from you. I'll give you, I think, about 5 minutes here. Let us know, if you became guild president of Kampala University, what are we likely to expect? You have 5 minutes.
Thanks, the moderator.
You're welcome.
For me, students, first of all, let them expect a lot. How? If you trace my manifesto and you take your time to listen to, to read it carefully, there are 3 things I've seen that within Kampala University. Those are the things, if we put them in 2 lines, we are going to see that leadership at Kampala University is at par. How? In my manifesto, I do have what we call unity. For me, I sat down and have observed that in the current regime, what is now disturbing the current regime? I said, no, I need to bring unity within the in my regime, so that I can bring each and every student, whoever, no matter the tribe, no matter what, no matter the region, together, so that I can connect that thing which is now disturbing. Because I know in my mind, The moment I bring all students together, everything is going to be okay. That one's done. If I talk about effective leadership, really effective leadership, we have been having leaders at Kampala University, and I do appreciate whatever they have been doing for us. But I've seen there's something lacking within this. What is that lacking? It's about effective. The word effective has a lot of meaning as far as leadership is concerned at Kampala University. An effective leader, this is a leader who is going to make sure that at least he knows concerns of student, he goes down to the students and approach them, inquire from them, use the ministers, together with MPs, plus the heads of association, together with the coordinators, and you know what are the problems of the student. So I've seen that within Kampala University, we have been lacking in that, so that we say, no, if I come as a group president, I must put into action. Effective leadership must be really infected. Leadership must be infected. Again, on the other side, I looked about the issue of accountability. I've seen that really what we are lacking, we need to at least to leave something where people will say, this man at least you accounted for. So I've seen that within Kampala University, we need to work very hard to see that we can do something. Because recently, I have a plan, me personally. Which plan is that one? I've seen that students of Kampala University, we are striving a lot when it comes to exams. You find they are chasing you here and there because of tuition. I said, no, this is an opportunity for me to come in and serve my fellow students. How?
So you're going to give scholarships?
Automatically, I've got an organization which is giving out scholarship for the students.
Which organization is this?
It's called Uganda AIDS Club.
Uganda AIDS Club.
Uganda AIDS Club.
How many scholarships are they giving?
They give you very many. They don't have a limit.
Where is this association you're talking about?
This association is located within Kavule. When you are heading dozens of Kawempe.
Who is the head of the association?
The head of association is called Mr. Amos.
He's the one you talked to?
Yeah.
Have you signed contracts already?
Already I'm in partnership with him.
No. I'm asking, have you signed contracts?
Obviously.
Do we have documentation of those?
But at the moment I don't look at it.
You signed contracts and there's no documentation?
Automatically I've taken so far something like 5 students already gaining in this project. They are gaining. So I have evidence on this. So I know I can bring all this to ground of my fellow students. They also they benefit over this. So if I can do that, it means that at least I'm accountable on my leadership.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. We are speaking and hearing from, he's speaking to I Am, and you are hearing from Mr. Tenua Hussein. And when we come back from this break, we will certainly hear from Mr. Mohammed while he also unrolls his plan for Kampala University. Don't move away because the debate continues. Yes, you're live on Urban TV, and it is the Girl Debates. My name is Samson Kasumba, and always is that. Tonight we do have Kampala University, and we do have Mr. Abdul Malik Mohammed and Mr. Tenua as well, Hussein, who are here tussling it out for the top post as far as Guild candidate presidency, I beg your pardon, is concerned for Kampala University, and that is 2016 and 2017. We do have the highlights of the campaign whilst they were campaigning. Some of our camera persons were there within the precincts, and this is what they captured. Let's take a listen.
There should be an approval regarding them as part of the Guild Council. And second, when you look at Article 8, Section 1, Number 6, under resignation.
I take this great moment to congratulate all the members who managed to go through the academic cycles successfully.
One of the things I love about these campaigns is the use of English, big English words, and sometimes quotations from God knows where. But of course, that was a very different matter in this case. And the candidates for tonight, just in case you just walked into your living room and wondering what is going on, is Mr. Abdul Malik Muhammad and Mr. Tenywa Hussein. And they're here with us in the studios. Just before we went to the break, Mr. Tenywa Hussein had rolled out his plan for the next year in case he wins. And now let's give a full 3 minutes to Mr. Abdul Malik. Mr. Abdul Malik, in case you become guild president of Kampala University, what is expected to be seen? What should the students of your university expect to see from yourself?
Thank you very much, Mr. Samson, moderator tonight. First of all, when it comes to the issue of democratic approach, I want to make sure as the guild president, if given with the mandate by the fraternity, I want to make sure that I will support the members of parliament through Ministry of Constitutional Affairs to ensure that all different campuses have a democratic right and freedom to participate in the incoming guild presidential election.
Does that presuppose that that is not there at the moment?
Yeah, it's not there. It is only people from Gaba campus. That is the main campus.
Okay, that's one, two.
And second, when it comes to the issue of sport intervention, there must be inter-campuses and inter-halls, inter-schools, inter-halls and inter-school sport competition in line with sport, that is football competition, volleyball competition, and other sport field.
And where are those going to be played?
They are going to be irrespective of different campuses. We are going to make like pass bars to be at the main campus, the second to be from Luera campus, and the last to be at Jinja campus.
Where the sports are there sports fields already in place?
Yeah, we do have sport field. We do have it.
Okay.
And
who's going to be paying for these things? The guild?
Yeah, actually, it is the university administration throughout, from the beginning time to the ending time, which used to facilitate everything that is happening there.
Okay, so the university has money to deal with that?
It do have.
Money is not a problem?
It is not the problem. Because
in your opinion?
Because people used to pay the money.
Sorry?
The student pay the money for that, so it's not a problem.
You mean the students pay the money for the sports?
Yeah, they do. They have paid the money for the
How
sport.
much do they pay?
They pay 30,000 Ugandan shillings per
For
semester.
sport?
Yeah.
For sport?
For sport.
And how many students are we talking about here?
We have about 4,843 students.
And how much money would that bring?
That money will be too much. So
Okay.
when it comes to the issue of sport, we are going to make a standard sport intervention.
Okay.
And
thirdly?
now, let us look about issue of academic approach. This is where I have the major work to do. This academic, it is a sector which gives a paramount and importance and impact on our academic life because it is the determination of our future career. When you look at that, we must make sure to deliver a good quality assurance in academics. First of all, when it comes to the issue of not allowing students to sit for exams because he did not clear in time because of tuition. So, however, since students have been already paid like 70 to 80% of their tuition, so they should be allowed to sit for exams. Because if not, then later when they pay the money, they are going to pay another money for what is called special exam. This is no good. To me, they have to sit for exams. And second, in line with the issue of academics, we need to have facilities. When it comes to the issue of school of art and social sciences, that is mass comm as a course.
Yeah, you've got 10 seconds to go. Yeah.
We are really in need of a mass comm studio where we're going to have some practical aspect. Go back to the School of Tourism. They are really in need of facilities to do the practical.
And you want all that done in 1 year when you're president?
Of course. Just give me the mandate. I will do that. I will make that to be possible.
If you never do it, what should we do?
That is why I'm called first amongst the equal.
You are becoming a very interesting politician. Ladies and gentlemen, you're live on Urban TV, and it is Mr. Tenywa Hussein And Mr. Abdul Malik, he wants to build communication centers, build everything. He says, give him the mandate. Whether that is possible is a matter we leave to the students. For now, let's do this. We have got some questions coming here from social media, but we also do have a live audience. Let's go to the live audience, take 2 questions, get to social media. The phone lines are also going to be open for those of you who are at home watching. You will see the phone line numbers running on your screen, and you also can call when we open those phone lines. But for now, let's go to Mr. Kasmel and tell us some 2 questions happening in the audience just about now. Kasmel?
Samson, and of course I'm still here with my live audience having a good time and enjoying the debate. And well, I have 2 questions for Mr. Malik and Hussein, and let me request the lady stand up and you ask your question.
Thank you very much. I'm Lilian Oriel, Team Abdul Malik, doing mass communication in my 3rd year, 2nd semester. This question goes to Hussein. What process would you use to pass a bill in Kampala University? Thank you.
I'm Kabito Isaac, student of Kampala University. I have 2 questions for Mr. Abdul Malik. Okay. Since I came to Kampala University, I've never got my ID. You've been a member of the outgoing council. So if you couldn't solve such an easy problem, how sure are we that you're going to solve all the many problems of Kampala University? Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Back to you, Samson. Let's hear from the candidates.
Lydian and Isaac have us here. And first of all, they asked, I think, Mr. Mohammed, right? What process will you use to pass a bill if you became president?
It is for Hussein.
Okay, let's hear Mr. Hussein answering that. What process are you going to use to pass a bill?
The process they use is very simple. Because we have a parliament at Kampala University. This is where you can go and raise your concern. You talk to the speaker. The parliamentarian MPs, they are going to pass this.
Okay, so the process is very simple.
Yeah, use MPs and they pass this.
Okay, let's get to Mr. Mohammed. Mr. Mohammed, somebody says that since they were a new student, they have never had the ID. You've been part of the council. You can't solve small problems. How can you then solve the bigger ones?
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator Samson. Tonight, I serve as the Guild Speaker of Kampala University 2015 to 2016 in academic year. And my responsibility was not to tackle issue of identification cards. And I have raised a motion. I passed a security bill which include identification card problems to be solved to the Guild President.
So IDs were not your problem, but you passed a bill to deal with them. So which one is which?
Thank you very much. The raising the concern and raising the bill, raising the bill to the executive, that is Her Excellency, the Guild President.
Okay.
That is what we're supposed to do.
So did you care about IDs or you didn't?
I do. That is why I raised a bill called security bill, and it was declined by her.
So,
and I think
so the first statement you made that you were a speaker and IDs were not part of your issues, are you bringing that down?
I think this is something that is understandable.
Okay.
When it comes to the issue of passing a bill, that is the responsibility of the parliament, and I was the Guild Speaker there, and we passed it.
Okay.
When it comes to the issue of implementing the IDs to be there at the right time, that was the responsibility of the Guild President.
Okay, fantastic.
And to me, this is something simple. If I got the mandate to do that, it's simple.
And I also have the mandate to decide to determine time here as the speaker of my debate here. So let's just get into the phone lines there. Somebody is on the phone. Hello, you're live on Urban TV. It is the Guild Debates, and you can field a question to one of the 2 candidates. Hello? Do we still have somebody on the line? Hello? I'm sorry, we just lost that person on the line. But getting back to you, Michael Joke asked on social media, again to yourself, Mr. Mohammed, that what key lessons from your past as Guild Speaker and your experiences running the university at that level? We got somebody back on the line. Hello?
Yeah.
Can you raise your voice a little bit? Hello,
Yeah,
you're live on Aben
good
TV.
evening. Yeah, good evening to you.
A very good evening. How are you?
Hello?
Yes, hello, I can hear you. Shoot your question, please. Somebody just got excited by being on live TV. These things are all right. I can understand. Any other student from Kampala International University, please get on the phone lines and call us, and you can ask those who want to become your guild president. I know how these things run. Make sure you have enough credit, right? I think it's after 10 o'clock, so those rates do go down. So I do understand that. Getting back to you here, Mr. Mohammed, what in your past experience has given you, well, somebody's back on the line. Hello, you're live on Aben TV. You're live on Aben TV, hello. You're live on Aben, hello. Hello, you're live on Aben. Yeah, somebody's still testing whether the phone lines are actually working. Yes, this is a live show, and those phone lines are working. We'll just take the phone lines off for a little bit so that we go back to you answering the question. Hello? What have you learned from your past experience as speaker that you will carry into the new office in case you get it? Very quickly.
Thank you very much. First of all, abiding by the Kampala University Student Guild Constitution.
Okay. That's a given. That's a given. Something else you've learned?
Yeah, after that, I learned that we need to do something to students which is going to serve as a legacy. That thing, let it be anything, but let it be good and has an academic impact on the student that can be remembered now and forever.
Okay, very interesting. And let's get to Mr. Tenua here. In your life, short life, I suggest, I would imagine. Let's get back to the phone lines. Hello, you're live on Aben TV. Hello.
Hello?
You're live on Aben TV. Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah. What question are you asking?
My name is Julius Sekatawa.
Yes, Mr. Sekatawa. Who are you asking?
I'm the university spokesperson, that is the
Okay.
PRO.
Mm.
Yeah, but I just wanted to correct something small. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
Yeah, somebody talked about the issue of the ID, that the institution doesn't provide ID sometimes. But you know, students have different attitudes towards some simple things. So we always issue out these IDs, actually, and they are available. But some students, they don't mind. So that gentleman, or my brother, who's asking about that issue, maybe he was just reluctant about that important side.
Okay, Mr. Sekatawa, thank you very much. We have taken cognizance of your concerns. You can call. The phone lines are on the top of your screen, and when you do, make sure you have enough airtime. By the way, you could also make history by being the first person in your entire clan to be on live TV on a cheeky note there. Hello, you're live on Aben TV. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Hello?
Hello, can I have your name first and foremost?
So, my question goes to Ab Mali.
Yes, and you're asking?
Since he was the outgoing. Now, for him, I have not got my...
Turn down your TV set.
I've not got my gown since semester 1. But he was the guild official. What has he done for the case of that issue?
I get your question. And I'll take that down. Gown, the issue of gowns. Good. And when you do call, please turn down your TV set. I know it's a cool thing to try and hear yourself on TV while asking the questions, but turn down your TV set. The nation is hearing. Abdul Malik as well. Maybe Mr. Tenua will also answer here. I think the questions are directed to you most of the time because you are a guild official. Gown. Somebody has not yet found their gown. These gowns. What's the issue there?
Thank you very much. We do got undergraduate gowns close to graduation, and we do deliver it to the different members of parliament so that they can distribute it to their own constituency, schools.
Okay, so you give the gowns to the members of parliament?
We have delivered it because, of course, we got it from the executive, and we have delivered it to the student. What happened is, it is only people who paid the money out of that tuition fee. That is when the
You're making an
undergraduate
allegation.
gown-
Who ate the money?
There is nobody who ate money.
You spoke about people who ate the money.
No, what I'm saying is, it is only people who paid their own money, that is tuition fee, that will have an access to have an undergraduate gown.
Okay, fantastic. Mr. Tenua here, you were giggling, to be fair, while he was speaking. Is it because you are in disagreement with what he's saying? Let's hear Mr. Tenua. Do you disagree with him?
Yeah, actually, I can disagree with him 100%. Because now...
That's a very exaggerated percentage, but it's all right.
Yeah. What I can say, a role of a good speaker is a very big role within the institution.
Which is?
Kampala University. Because the speaker works hand in hand with the group president.
Okay.
To sort all out, and the speaker is much concerned about student issue, more than even the guild.
Is that your opinion, or is that
so
what is...
I was
just
coming
a second,
to the,
just a second. Is that your opinion, or is that what is stipulated in your constitution?
That's, by the way, that's what is stipulated.
What's the role of the speaker according to your constitution?
According to our constitution, the speaker, first of all, is a must for him to say that all the student affairs are run into a good process.
And then who runs the parliament?
Is the speaker already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. Let's go back to the phone calls. You're live on Urban TV, and when you do call, turn down your TV set. And of course, before you call and get through, let the entire village know you're going to be live on international television. So I'm waiting for your phone lines to go through. And we do have somebody on the line. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yes, hello. Good evening.
Good evening to you.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Are you also a student of Kampala University?
No.
You're just a concerned citizen?
A concerned citizen.
Okay, you ask your question then.
My question goes to both of those contestants.
Okay.
It's all about this issue of retake thing.
Yes, retake.
You find the student has scored less than what is required to pass. And therein, I have a simple question to them that I don't know at their university, because I'm not a student, how much is a retake, and is it fair for any course that it is at the grant right now, or it is all that high? I don't know. Is it all that high or not? Because I've heard that, is it Mr. Tenua that has been a good speaker?
No, it's Mr. Mohammed.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, so you're asking whether retake is very high and their opinion on retake fees.
Even if it is high or low, what is their take?
On retake?
On retake.
Have you ever done a retake yourself?
No, I've never, but it is something that is...
Let's just get back to you, Mr. Tenua. You seem to be enjoying the debate, which is always fine. Mr. Tenua, on the issue of, let's just take another call. Maybe we'll answer all these questions in one go. You're live on Urban TV. Hello.
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 Yes, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Do you have a name?
My name is Rachel.
Rachel, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Kampala University, Original.
Original.
Yeah, my question goes to Abdul Malik.
Okay, do ask.
Abdul Malik, I'd like to know something from you. Besides the gowns, besides the IDs, what have you done for Kampala University that gives us confidence to vote for you? First of all, you are not always at campus. You are always absent. Even me, I don't know you. I just see a speaker. Speaker is a Nigerian. I've never seen you. Eh? You are not always there.
Okay.
Just know we can't vote for you.
Rachel, are you still on? Hello? Hello? Let's get another question, probably our final question there. I think there's nothing wrong with the speaker being a Nigerian. Let's hear. Hello, you're live on Urban TV.
Yes, good evening. My name is Kaya.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Hello, I can't hear you clearly. Hello, you're live on Urban TV.
Good evening, sir.
A very good evening. How are you?
My name is Kaya Vincent Semagonja.
Vincent, did you say?
My name is Kaya Vincent Semagonja. I just want to pose a question
And where
to
are you
those
calling
two
from,
individuals.
Vincent? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Buziga.
Okay, Buziga, you are close to the university. I do understand.
Yeah, I just want to get something from those individuals.
Mm.
That we always have a problem. The students always come in late during the time of the studies because you always have 4 months for a semester.
Mm.
But it comes to a point that all students come like in the last 2 months. And at the end of the day, they complain that they are not taught. How are those two individuals going to handle in case one of them goes through as a president?
So a student has come late and then they want to register, those sorts of issues?
They always come late and complain that they are not taught, but it's always from them that they come late.
Okay. Let me ask you, Vincent. Are you still on the
Yes.
line, Vincent?
Sorry?
Vincent, you're still on the line, right?
Yes, yes.
Vincent, now that, let me just have silence in Studio B. Let me just have silence in Studio B. Good. Vincent, I'm asking, now that you live in Buziga, what's the are you happy, you guys in Buziga, are you happy with the discipline of these students from this university?
It is too much impressing.
Okay, they are disciplined students.
That they are quite from different nationalities like Ugandans, Kenyans, Tanzanians, but their discipline is quite too good.
Okay, fantastic. Good.
So
Okay, good night to
very
yourself,
honored
right?
by their discipline.
Very good night.
But in case
Are you married, by the way? Let's just get back to the debate here in terms of serious matters. The questions have come in thick and fast. Let's deal with these questions as we age our way towards the close. There was the issue, Mr. Mohammed, you are not always on campus. People don't know you. Where are you?
Thank you very much. According to the Kampala University Student Guild Constitution, Article 5, Section 3, number 1 to number 5, it prescribes the duties and responsibilities of the Guild Speaker of main campus. He is the one as the Guild Speaker of the entire campuses. First of all, he is the one who is in charge of the entire parliamentary session of the parliament. This parliamentary session comprises the parliament of Gaba campus, Masaka campus, Luera campus, and Jinja campus. Sometimes we used to make a parliamentary session summit in which I used to go to different campuses to present the parliamentary summit there.
Okay, let's.
And second.
And finally, let's hear on this. Students come late and then they complain they are not taught. How are you going to deal with that?
Thank you very much. First of all, in the beginning of the semester, we have what is called freshers orientation. We must make sure that all the students, newly fresher students, have to come and register so that they will be participated in the coming freshers orientation to be oriented, focused on how they have to attend their classes regularly.
Okay.
To avoid that.
Okay, fantastic. Let's also hear from Mr. Tenywa here. Students who come late and complain they are not taught, how are you going to deal with that?
Yeah, thanks, the moderator. For me, I will answer Mr. Kaya. It was Mr. Kaya Vicent. That students, we do have a lot of problems. That's what I know. But sometimes it becomes so difficult. Not all of us, we come from the same good family. You find difficulties about tuition. So what I know, if a student comes late, as he said, 2 months before the end of the semester, as well, that student, I think they could run that person with maybe to give he or she the coursework to do. The lecturer can give the coursework because it's a must for that person to do. And then, at least, that time, 2-month period, is a good time for somebody at a university to learn, and you can even sit for the exams.
So you think that those who make a semester 4 months are fooling about?
No, actually, it's not on their own making that they want to come late because they feel it. But sometimes what causes that, it is because of tuition problems.
Mr. Tenywa, I'm speaking as somebody who has taught and lectured at a university. Once a student comes in 2 months late, they cannot excel in that subject. I have taught at the university and I do know this. So when you say that the lecturer should give them coursework and all, are you being serious about academics?
Yeah, actually, what I know, Mr. Moderator, we do have difficult problems. Sometimes not easy because that voluntarily you have said, let me come back when it is too late. Yeah. You can find somebody when he's sick. you are unable to make it.
Why shouldn't the student go to the next semester?
No, actually, what I think, when somebody wants to complete the semester, at least we talk to the lecturers, and they at least talk to this person. You at least goes and talk to this person at least and give him at least.
So that the lecturer gives him private classes?
What, private classes?
Yes.
Yeah, obviously, sometimes we need help. When somebody explains the problem, and we are human beings.
So you want to double load the lecturer?
Double load what?
You want to double load the lecturer?
Automatically, they need to help students.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, they need to help students. They need to help students, yes.
I am glad I'm not teaching at a university where you are the guild president. Let's get to the end of this debate. Mr. Tenywa, turn into the camera and in exactly 2 sentences, make your final comments.
Yeah, thanks to the moderator tonight. To all Mevio, or to all the students of Kampala University who are devoting part of their moment or time to watch me when I'm trying to tell them what I'm going to do for them in the next coming regime. I do tell you the best solution for all the problems you have. I can tell you, Hussein, is going to help you to run all of this. How? If you can go through my manifesto, I will help you students. I know we have a lot of problems here and there, but we shall come together on the board and we solve this. And one thing I can tell you, remember,
that's certainly more than
if I win, you win.
Okay. Okay, that was a very long sentence. Finally, Mr. Mohammed, in 2 sentences, turn into the camera and make a final appeal.
To the entire Kampala University fraternity, the entire viewers globally, the entire Kampala University administration, I want to say thank you. Thank you for making Kampala University great at this time to make a first ever presidential debate. And at the same time, I want to call the attention of the entire fraternity that an action speak louder than voice. I am recalling, demanding, not disturbing, requesting, not enforcing of your board. Give me the mandate, I will serve you much better. Tonight, I want to say thank you very much for the time.
You've run out of time, my brother.
May God bless you all.
Okay, and you too. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Samson Kasumba here in our main studio saying that to those of you who endeavored to invest time in phone calls, thank you very much. And those of you who invested in Yaka to be watching this broadcast, thank you very much. To the parents that pay for the school fees of these candidates, I think also you, thank you very much. And everyone in studio who has put this together. And I'll leave you certainly with Kasmail to give us live shots of what is happening outside. On behalf of everyone here, we don't say good night here. We happen to be able.
Thank you so much, Samson. And let me wish Kampala University Regional success in your exams. Don't forget, we have a bit of our show, Campus 101, tomorrow, 3 p.m. and every Saturday, 11:30. Urban TV, we never say good night. Yes, indeed.